skipped the boring bit. Mysterious unbranded cans. Not in the mood to drink maple syrup. Corpse.
A radiator without power is as good as a wood stove without logs.
This place is a mess. Bro got deaded. The question is why. A question that throughout the 8 years... no thanks, I ate too many of those in Korea. Throughout the 8 years I've been on and off starting this game, then never touching it again, to playing a new save, I have never answered that question, so this is a new journey to me. I should do this after I get the power on, yeah.
The note explained that the garage and the store couldn't be supplied with electricity at the same time.
A secretary wouldn't be luxury in here. Quebec's Klondike. Good to know. I can tell this is going to be very much like the sinking city. The general store also serves as a post office for the locals. Interesting. There are very few things I remember. My memory is a very odd thing.
The murder weapon. What was that doing there, Carl wondered. Hamilton must have been determined to keep some information secret to post this key. Shame he got unlucky. Everything made sense now. Poor Hamilton's denunciation was interrupted, and he figured it would be best to lock everything up and send the key to his correspondent, who would receive the box later on. Clever, but not enough. That's what happens to ordinary people playing spy.
Let's see why I grabbed that. Where did I get so many bullets from? Is that I have 310 bullets, or it uses some caliber called 310?
Maintaining his composure, Carl recalled something from his military training. Wolves always stay away from populated areas. Wait, was it about bears?
It's dark as hell in here, man. Quick, I gotta figure out the quicks. The cleanest spot in the area. Haha. Nice one, Carl. I like your dry sense of humor that every military, ex-military detective and everything ever has. Probably because it's just the sense of humor they all develop. It's understandable. Where there is tape of the duct, I'm pretty sure. Somewhere. Krober. That's interesting.
Prince? Carl found a surprise at every turn. Was the camera faulty, or was it a possible lead?
At least we know it's fragile.
At long last, the crowbar was within Carl's grasp. Surely it would come in handy at some point.
Probably in a different way than I think. Why in the Lord's name would that open that way?
The note explained that the garage and the store couldn't be supplied with electricity at the same time. Jumping from that height was akin to tempting death. Perhaps that man on the snowmobile had seen enough of this world already. A nice picture of the Magasin La Chance store, seemingly taken the day it was first opened. It feels frozen in time, from an era long forgotten. Amateur hunters showing some pride at having killed a nice pelted beast. With men like this roaming the area, wolves would become extinct within 10 years, Carl thought.
Didn't even travel half the province of Quebec to come here. This place is a mess, but distant. I've got the crowbar and a revolver. You can't shoot me. A broken clock. How convenient. No. The dark in video games scares me. Who needs gas caps?
Carl knew straight away where to find the infuriated Gilles Lachance. Any good investigation would have to start there. Carl was beginning to know the store and its surroundings like the back of his hand. The seeker had sought.
I'm gonna go see what that truck over here was about. It's gotta have some significance to something.
That had to be the worst parking job ever. Who was Carl to judge, though? It may be customary to park like that around these parts, or not. The punishing cold rendered the door frozen tight. Carl saw no way to open it.
No jaws of life, eh?
The punishing cold rendered the door frozen tight. Carl saw no way to open it.
truck is safety. I am I love this bridge.
There should be a law forbidding doctors from falling sick. Finding a locked door in the country is not that big of a deal. Carl knew a key had to be hidden nearby.
Well, it isn't.
Carl wondered how long he would have to endure this skin-stinging cold. In spite of Dr. Beaupre's goodwill, the place didn't look much like a physician's office. It could easily be mistaken for a sewing shop. For the one-eyed, or for other vision problems, the eye patch was the way to go. Carl got the trembles as he imagined the excruciating pain that kind of scalpel could no doubt inflict. Within these miserable walls,
My nightmare.
patients probably felt more like in a slaughterhouse than in a doctor's office.
Apparently fascinated by history. Earth doesn't look this big from here. Store in a cool, dry place with a constant temperature, they said.
A chamber pot. Fortunately for Carl, inspecting it wouldn't further this particular investigation. A communist manifesto. Only a few years ago, this type of allegiance meant prison time. And even at present, the Western world was very wary of the Soviet threat. Why would the doctor own such a book? Dr. Beaupre had done his medical studies quite far from here. He was surely one of the first students out of the new campus to settle on the mountainside. Doctors used light-reflecting frontal mirrors to look inside the patient's cavities. That was a bit unsettling, but back then, it was pretty much always the case with medicine. The good doctor, flanked by his beautiful spouse. Pure happiness, captured on cardstock. Carl recognized this woman's soulful eyes. Was it Dr. Beaupre who had hit him head-on at the village border? Nobody kills a rich patient to start a revolution. It didn't make any sense. He had to dig deeper still to understand. Luckily, that was Carl Faubert's specialty.
When locking a door isn't enough. Isabelle Beaupre.
Great care had to be taken searching this place full of oddities. Everything was important. The decor itself told a story.
I'll let it reach 50.